Hello, everyone, and welcome to day one of the JRDA Championships 2019. My name is Puns and Roses, and I will be guiding you through this game. You are about to see on the pink track Kalamazoo up against Queen City. Queen City is the number 9 seed. Kalamazoo is the number 8 seed. Both came in ranked very closely, obviously, with their seeding. July 1, Queen City was ranked 11, and Kalamazoo was ranked 10. These teams have played each other once before. Kalamazoo took that previous meeting, and that was not this current season, so it's been a while since they've seen each other.
We had this discussion on the stream about the other team wearing orange or red, and that was red.
So this will be sort of the black and yellow battle, or kind of yellowish green for Queen City. Quick run through of the rosters for Kalamazoo. 000 is Princess Leia out. 02 Pinker Rochus. 112 Harmon Slammer. Number 18 is Chaotic. 118 is Lena Danger. 19 is Death Valley. 22 Connor. 29-31 Chewbacca. 33 Mexican Takeout. 40-98 Ginger Snap. Number 5 Triple Threat. 66 Sugar Smash. 78 Layla Whoopsie. 911 Bacon Bones. And 922 Jawbreaker Josie. And speaking, that would be Jawbreaker Josie is your lead jammer. And it looks like we've got a forearm penalty going up against Spazmanian She-Devil of Queen City. They've also lost a blocker. And that is an easy 4-point pass for Jawbreaker Josie. Comes Kalamazoo on the offense. Jawbreaker Josie one to beat. Still one to beat. And there we go. Second scoring pass. Picks up another 4. And Spazmanian She-Devil is back on the track. All right. Jawbreaker Josie heading to the box on a back block. And we have a star pass as well. Oh, no, that is not a star pass. Spazmanian put that star back on. So Power Jam now in favor of Queen City. And this jam will go the full 2 minutes. 3-2 pack advantage now for Queen City. Oh, apex jump. Woo! Beautiful jump there. Spazmanian She-Devil catching some air. 5 seconds left on this jam. And 3 points picked up there. First jam of the day goes the full 2 minutes. Looks like this will be 11-8 in favor of Kalamazoo. So a quick run through of the Queen City Junior Roller Girls All-Stars. 063, who just saw jamming, that's Spazmanian She-Devil. 12, Cacciatore Crusher. 12-22, Catastrophic. 13 is Phobia. 14, Catatomic. 2002, Darth Molly. 24, Little Bit. 28, The Hammer. And 31, Pippi Longstopping. 41, Panic at the Derby. 710, Shoosh Queen. 731, Emma Getcha. And 88 is Betty the Whip White. We have an official timeout. Looks like we got a water spill that is causing the delay. A water spill on concrete is not a good thing when you're on roller skates, so for the safety of all the well, everyone, but especially the skaters. They are cleaning that up, making sure that the track is safe. So let's see. Queen City's out of Buffalo, New York. Kalamazoo, the Killer Bees, are out of Kalamazoo, Michigan. So the 2019 Junior Roller Derby Association Championships live here in Loveland, Colorado. The female division consists of the number 1 seed Santa Cruz Derby Groms out of Santa Cruz, California. The Grom Shell's sanction record is 6-0 this season. 3 wins were over Rose City, Foco, and Seattle, who are also at this tournament. They will meet the winner of this game at 7 p.m. Mountain Time, 6 p.m. Pacific here on the pink track, or 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Number 2 seed is Jacksonville Junior Roller Derby out of Jacksonville, Florida. The Duval All-Stars are 6-1. Their single loss was to the Los Anarchists. 3 weeks later, they defeated the Los Anarchists. Duval faces the winner of the Foco versus Rocky Mountain bout that is happening right now on the yellow track. And we are back to the action. That is Death Valley as your lead jammer for Kalamazoo. Cacciatore Crusher out of the pack as well. And there is the call off by Death Valley. 3 points, 14-8. All right, let's talk about our number 3 seed, the Los Anarchists Junior Derby out of Los Angeles, California. The Los Anarchists were 12-1 this season, including 8 wins over 6 other teams in the tournament. Their single loss was to Jacksonville, who they also beat at one point. And number 4 is the Seattle Derby Brats out of Seattle, Washington. The Galaxy Girls are 5-3 this season, with all games played against teams that are in this tournament. All right, so a little jammer-on-jammer action, but that jammer-on-jammer action is costly. That cost Bacon Bones, who went to the penalty box, and Pippi Longstomping is through, calls that jam. No points for either squad, and we will be going in about 20 seconds back to the action. This will be a power start for Queen City. The number 5 seed is the Rose City Rollers Juniors. The Rosebuds entered champs 4-5 this season. They split wins with Foco. Rose City plays Seattle at 3 p.m. Mountain on the pink track. These teams met twice in 2019. Seattle won both times. And this is Tasmanian She-Devil again. Got that power jam, 4-3 pack advantage also for Queen City. And jammer back on the track. Bacon Bones hits the front of that pack, comes in hot. And there's a track cut call against a Queen City jammer. Bacon Bones has grabbed lead jammer. So 3-1 currently power jam or lead jam advantage going to Kalamazoo. Killer Bees already have 4 this particular jam. And there's the call off. All right, number 6 seed, Pile of Bones Junior Roller Derby, or Junior Derby, out of Regina, Saskatchewan. The misdemeanors also are 4-5 and split wins with Rose City. The misdemeanors will face Los Anarchists, 3 p.m. Mountain, 2 p.m. Pacific on the yellow track. Los Anarchists won their only other meeting with the Pile of Bones earlier this season. All right, back on the track. I cannot see the jammer numbers yet. Okay, I'm going to guess Kalamazoo. Yep, Kalamazoo grabbing. That is Princess Leia out, is your lead jammer. And Cacciatore Crusher now through. Big defense. And Cacciatore Crusher in the pack on the first scoring. And there's Princess Leia out. Picked up 2, 4-2 scoring advantage there for Queen City. All right, number 7. Now currently playing on the yellow track. That's FOCO Junior Roller Derby out of Fort Collins, Colorado. The Spartans are 3-6 this season. Of those 9 games they played, 8 were against 6 teams that are in this championship. And 3-2 pack advantage for Queen City. A little jammer on jammer action. Job breaker Josie takes a shot at Pippi Longstopping. Pippi Longstopping. Oh, picks up a forearm call. And also a forearm call. Both jammers head to the box. Quick jammer do-si-do, because you cannot have roller derby without a jammer. So because both jammers, a penalty is normally 30 seconds, but because both jammers were in the penalty box at the same time, the second jammer only has to serve as much time as the first jammer, which is about 3 seconds. So Jawbreaker Josie is through on the initial. Pippi Longstopping still working on the initial, getting some defense in the back by Pinkerocious. So this jam will go the full 2 minutes because both jammers went to the box. Neither one can be lead jammer now. That is Ginger Snap playing some defense in the back of the pack. Pippi picks up a track cut. And we have a star pass now. That is number 18, Chaotic, who is now your jammer of record. Direction of play penalty up against, that would be number 24 for Queen. A little bit. And 24-12 is now our score. Going back to the seating, we have number 8, who you're watching now, Kalamazoo Killer Bees, Junior Roller Derby out of Kalamazoo, Michigan. Bees are 8-2 this season. Their last regular season game was a win against Rocky Mountain. Number 9, Queen City Junior Roller Girls out of Buffalo, New York. They are 6-2. They've only played one game against a team that's in this championship. That was Kalamazoo. And yeah, this is their first time in the JRDA championships. Death Valley, your lead jammer, picking up 4 on an initial. Spasmanian She-Devil still working on the Kalamazoo defense. Okay, Kalamazoo having some blocker issues. Only one blocker on the track at the moment, which is not ideal. And Death Valley calls that off. 12-4 run. And finally, let's talk about our last team, the Rocky Mountain Roller Punks out of Denver, Colorado. The Mite Club is 4-5 this season. 4 of their losses were to Jacksonville, Los Angeles, and Kalamazoo. They are currently playing the FOCO Spartans right now on the yellow track. The teams have not played each other in this particular season, but FOCO holds a 1-0 all-time record. And this jam, that looks like Cacciatore Crusher. Oh, nice apex jump. Woo! And Jawbreaker Josie says, I can do that too. 3-1 pack advantage right now for Queen City. Oh, wow. Big hit. No pass, no penalty, because that was the only blocker out there. That no pass, no penalty means no points on that pass. I don't think I've ever seen that before. 4 points on that pass, though, for Cacciatore Crusher. And 4 points for Jawbreaker Josie. They're matching each other point for point right now. All right, so those are the teams in the female division. We invite you to join the conversation about roller derby on Twitch and elsewhere on social media using the hashtag #TalkToJRDA. That is talk, the number 2, and JRDA. And we are off. That is Pippi. Pippi gets lead jammer. Gets forced out by Chaotic. The coaches are screaming, go back on the track, go back on the track. And back block call on Emma Getcha. So Princess Leia out, your jammer of record for Kalamazoo. Oh, forearm call. 112 Harmon Slammer playing defense at the back of that pack. Three, 2.
Well, yeah, sometimes you got the thumb, sometimes you got the normal. 50-27 it is, so we'll be knowing this.
And we have a timeout being called by Kalamazoo.
That one, that was the same four-point pass. If you see me do this, I forgot to cover that one. If you see me do this, I'm saying there was no additional pass, no points to be earned. I'm just reestablishing points for the crowd, skaters, stuff like that.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure because I thought that was a pass.
No, we're good. That was about that.
And if you're interested in more roller derby action, there is a whole slate of championship games coming up. August 8th through 11th will be the WFTDA Continental Cup North America West in Orem, Utah. August 23rd to 25th will be the Continental Cup North America East in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. September 6th through 8th will be the International WFTDA Playoffs in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. And the other playoff action will be September 13th to 15th in Seattle, Washington. October 5th and 6th will be the Continental Cup in Europe in Helsinki, Finland. And finally, November 15th through 17th will be the WFTDA International Championships held in Montreal, Quebec. All right, Spazmaniac She-Devil grabs that lead jam. And 922 Jawbreaker Josie gets recycled back by Catatomic. Jawbreaker Josie threw on the initial. And that's a forearm call on Chaotic. All right, 3 points. Another 3-2 jam in favor of Queen City. 52-30 is your score right now with about 15 minutes left. We are halfway through the first half of this bout. All right, 4-3 pack advantage looks to be going to Queen City. And there we go. Cacciatore Crusher, your lead jammer. Death Valley, though, not far behind. Oh. Ooh. That was a big load of Connor that Cacciatore Crusher just caught.
Yeah, it was so late. It was like,
I'm going. Pivot 112.
something needs to go.
20 points, that's 5 scoring trips. And only a fourth away from the game, Gary.
All right, next up. Oh, we have a back block penalty against Bacon Bones. I believe Bacon's second penalty. And Pippi long stomping, working to the front of that pack, bounces off a hit from Mexican takeout. Is your lead jammer. Mexican takeout heading to the box. A 4-2 pack advantage right now for Queen City. It's a good opportunity for them to make up some points. Power jam with the pack advantage. There you go, Bacon Bones heading out of the penalty box. Back on the track. Oh. Pippi dodging through. Bacon Bones through on the initial. And there's a call off. And penalty box is clear. We will be back to 5-on-5.
12-point game following that 8-point jam. Pacing so far, last 2 jams. A 2-jam, 10-point rally.
So that is 8 points. We're now at a 12-point game, 52-40 in favor of Kalamazoo.
4 jams, 16-4 in favor of Queen City.
And Princess Leia out, picks up a forearm. So that's going to give Spazmanian She-Devil a power jam. A Kalamazoo defense, though, not wanting to let Spazmanian through. Queen City's offense trying hard to break Spazmanian out. Now hitting that second apex. Kalamazoo's defense, though, digging in hard. Spazmanian up to the front of the pack. Oh, force out and recycle by Connor. All right, Jammer standing, Princess Leia out, coming back on the track. That is a phenomenal penalty kill by Kalamazoo. Killer Bees protecting their hive. Oh, and that is a cut sending out Princess Leia out. Sugar Smashing Company trying to hold back Spazmanian. And that is lead jam for Spazmanian She-Devil, who looks pretty tired after almost 90 seconds of pounding against the Kalamazoo defense. And a long drawback. Princess Leia out is back on the track. Making sure of her entry point this time. That was what drew the penalty of the previous run. And that jam hits its natural conclusion. 3 points in the air for Queen City. Phenomenal defense there by the Killer Bees. And we have an official review being called by Queen City. We'll see what the officials have to say about this in a little bit. So there are only 3,000 tickets available for the 2019 championships live in Montreal, November 15th through 17th. Don't miss your chance to get tickets at WFTDA.com/tickets.
Not at all out of it. Continue to play for up to fifth place throughout the weekend.
Also on WFTDA.com/tickets, you can get a 4-pack of 3-day tickets to either of the playoff locations for only $175. That's $85 off the regular price. And if you want more information about the Continental Cups and their hosts, visit WFTDA.com/cups.
Kalamazoo, where you at? I see somebody in the blue shirt. Yeah, where you
There are plenty of cowbells in the audience, provided by the Queen City fans for the most part. Which I suppose makes sense since they're out of Buffalo, and yeah. And here goes the chant of "Let's go Buffalo." All right, about to find out what the penalty was. All right, I did not hear the full explanation. Sounded a little bit by Charlie Brown's teacher in my ear, unfortunately. However, the no call will stand. Queen City loses its official review. Cacciatore Crusher still stuck in the pack. Jawbreaker Josie, your lead jammer, through for 4. Oh, and that looks like a... Is that a cut? Yeah. Yeah, that was a cut call against Cacciatore Crusher. Power jam, Jawbreaker Josie. And destruction of the pack, I believe. Sending 2 blockers out, 1 from each team. And 12 points already up in the air for Jawbreaker Josie. Jawbreaker Josie working on 16. Gets it. Cacciatore Crusher is through on the initial. Kalamazoo spending some time. Got 1 skater out of the penalty box. Another one's standing. Another one's sitting. So 3-2 pack advantage for Queen City going into the next jam. 16 points, though, for Jawbreaker Josie and the Killer Bees, who extend their lead to 68-43.
And it appears it will. 16 points, a game record for the Killer Bees, or for any team for that matter, including the first game.
All right, here we go. Jammers hitting that pack. Death Valley just powering through. Pippi coming through, hits the front of the pack. 1 to beat. And there's the call off. 4 points for Kalamazoo, none for Queen City. So 4-3 pack advantage for Queen City. They were not able to translate a 3-2 pack advantage into a lead jam last time around. Looks like Cacciatore Crusher might have a little bit more luck, and does. Nice spin move off the hip check from Triple Threat. Triple Threat goes immediately to offense. Clears a hole for Bacon Bones. feel like this is like the food jam. Cacciatore Crusher against Bacon Bones. And there we go. Cacciatore Crusher picks up 3, calls that. A little discussion here. Oh, haven't seen it. Looks like no points there. Bacon Bones was not able to squeak out any. Oof. Big hit there by Emma Getcha. Slows down Jawbreaker Josie, but not enough. There's a low block there on Emma Getcha. But a forearm as well. Jawbreaker Josie. Power Jam going to Spazmanian She-Devil. 3-3 in the pack. Oh, Spazmanian. Nice little, just sort of zigzag through that pack. Blockers cleared out of the box. Oh. So 4-3 pack advantage right now for Queen City. Emma Getcha coming out. That brings us to full pack. And Jawbreaker Josie released as well. We are at full strength. Both teams 5-on-5. Spazmanian digging in at the front of that pack. Chewbacca and company not wanting to give Spazmanian that inch. And there's the call off. 1 point in the air for Jawbreaker Josie. 12 for Spazmanian She-Devil and Queen City. 73-58 is your score. We have just over 5 minutes left.
Kalamazoo 21, last 5 games, 18-21 for Kalamazoo, and back and forth from there.
All right, trying to figure out who these jammers are. That's Princess Leia out for Kalamazoo and Pippi long stomping. Pippi long stomping your lead jammer. Phobia and company coming up to try and play a little offense. There's the, oh. That call off was a little bit too late. Princess Leia out, sneaks in, grabs 3. Only 2 for Queen City. That was definitely a win for Kalamazoo. And we've got a crazy pivot line start. Haven't seen one of these in forever. All right, that's not necessarily true, but all right. Death Valley blast through. Lead jammer. Cacciatore Crusher up to the front. Bouncing past, I believe that was Chaotic. And Death Valley picks up 4, calls that. Now a 20-point game, 80-60. And they are off. Oh! Low block called against Pippi. And there we go. Bacon Bones grabs lead jammer. Looked to be an awkward collision there between Pippi and one of the Kalamazoo blockers that drew that low block. All right, the Hammering Company looking to, oh, wow. That was a huge, huge hit by Betty. And Bacon Bones through. Pippi cap in hand. Oh, the force out and drawback by Triple Threat. Pippi looking for the star pass, but so far Catatonic not going back for that. Catatonic now heading to the penalty box. There will be no star pass. Oh, track cut call. Pippi heading to the box. And there's the call off by Bacon Bones. 12 points scored and a power start for Kalamazoo on the next jam, possibly the final jam of the half. And thank you for joining us, everybody here on Twitch. If you're curious about what makes a back block, a track cut, or some of the other penalties and rules, visit WFTDA.com/new for a downloadable roller derby cheat sheet. It's a little bit of a tongue twister there. All right. Not a tongue twister. Jawbreaker Josie is your lead jammer. And we've got a diet pack, only 2-on-2. Oh, Jawbreaker Josie takes advantage of that. Not much that Darth Molly could have done about that. Oh, Pippi forced out by Sugar Smash. Oh, and somehow drew a track cut on that. So at least 24 points in the last two jams for the Killer Bees. And there's the call off. 16 points for the Killer Bees going into the half at 108-60. And that will be intermission. We'll be back in just a few minutes. We will have a power start for Kalamazoo to start the second half. Glad to have you all here with us, and we will see you soon. All right, we are back. Just about 2 minutes left here in halftime between Kalamazoo and Queen City. Current score is 108 Kalamazoo, 60 for Queen City. Over on the yellow track, it is 117 Foco, 44 Rocky. Also at halftime. That may have changed. I believe they were like a minute or two ahead of us, so they may be back on the track, but they're behind a wall. I can't see them. So this has been a good bout so far. Seen some really good defense by both teams. Kalamazoo looking to continue their trend. They went 28-0 in the last two jams, and they will be starting with a power jam. So that's a strong position for them to be in to start the second half, to build upon that 48-point lead. And I love that the Kalamazoo Killer Bees coaches have bees keepers on the backs of their jerseys. That amuses me. And now you can look at the track rather than me, which is a bonus for everybody. All right, they're doing gear checks. Our Referees and officials today: Darth Vader, Party Crasher, Talia Up, Chunk, Pterodactyl, Guinness, KT Massacre, Michelle J. Volker, and Zookeeper, I believe, are the NSOs. And then the folks skating around are Harley Quinn Davidson, Flo Block, Kat Sargent, Wes Slamderson, White, Leah Davidson, Nacho, and Podunk. And we are happy to have you with us today for this fantastic tournament live on Twitch. If you like what you're seeing, join us for free live games from the 2019 postseason right here on Twitch TV. Get the full schedule at WFTDA.tv. All right, my name is Puns and Roses, and let's get this going. We got the 5-second mark up there, and we are off. Pippi Longstocking sitting in the box for Queen City, and that is Death Valley is your lead jammer for Kalamazoo's Killer Bees. Oh, Death Valley sneaks to the inside, then sneaks to the middle, bounces to the inside, grabs 4 points. Pippi Longstopping out of the box, now pushing the front of the pack. The Hammering Company trying to hold back Death Valley, but Death Valley breaks through for another 4 points. That is 8 so far. Oh, big stuff there. Death Valley tried the inside line, and that just got denied. Tried the outside line, also denied. There's the drawback by the pivot. And Death Valley through for another 4. Kalamazoo losing a blocker. Not quite sure why Pippi hasn't pulled the star. And track cut on Pippi. That is at least the 4th penalty for Pippi Longstopping. That is. So she's been on the track now for 3 straight jams. Depending on how this ends, it might be 4. And there is the call-off, 20 points for Kalamazoo. That is, let me take off my shoes here, 48-point run over the past 3 jams. As Kalamazoo is taking control. And we have Princess Leia out as your jammer record for Kalamazoo. Once again, Pippi Longstomping. Emma gets you, big force out. Picks up a penalty. Shoosh Queen now your pivot for Queen City. Along with Darth Molly trying to get Pippi Longstomping through. And, oh, nice offensive play there. Did not catch the number of that skater, but that was beautiful offense. And just credit those 4 points for that offensive block. Oh, Princess Leia out. Okay, Pippi Longstomping in on a scoring pass. Princess Leia out, grabs another 4. And there's the call off. 12-4 on that jam. 140 to 64 in favor of Kalamazoo. Okay, Spazmanian She-Devil up against Bacon Bones. Spazmanian She-Devil is your lead jammer. Bacon Bones, oh, nifty footwork there. Stays in bounds. Oh, Spaz getting some points, though. Looks like Queen City might be deciding to run this long. And that's another penalty up against for Queen City. Illegal contact penalty. Oh, wow, Bacon Bones. That was a sizzling apex jump. And Spaz back in, bounces around. Bacon Bones getting recycled. Oh, takes a little jammer hit there. Spaz working off a little aggression. And Spazmanian Devil threw on another scoring pass. Oh, Bacon Bones forced out again. That is Little Bit with the drawback. Oh, and Spaz coming in for one more pass. Spaz picking up 23 on that. Against 12 for Bacon Bones. So that is 152 to 87 in favor of Kalamazoo. But that's the sort of momentum at this point that Queen City needs. Oh, and we've got a quick forearm penalty. That sends Jawbreaker Josie to the box. Cacciatore Crusher back in. Oh, takes a big shoulder from Pinkerocious. Oh, nice footwork. Cacciatore Crusher just tiptoed past. Oh, did not tiptoe past that shoulder from Connor. Oh, picks up a track cut though. And Power Jam, we got a shirt whip there for Jawbreaker Josie. All right. Cacciatore Crusher back on the track. And Shush Queen heads to the penalty box. Shush Queen's exit provides just enough space for Jawbreaker Josie to grab another 4 points. Oh, Connor, huge hit. Hanging at the back of the pack with Pinkerocious. 16-7 in favor of Kalamazoo. And we have an official timeout. Everyone's favorite timeout.
Kalamazoo leading this period 50-34, but both with double-digit jams all around.
Well, this has been a fast and furious second half. Lots of scoring from both teams. Queen City's been running a fairly tight three-jammer rotation between Spazmanian She-Devil, Cacciatore Crusher, and Pippi Longstomping. They're going to have to change that up most likely, with Pippi Longstomping sitting at least 4 penalties. That's going to change their strategy, and unfortunately at this point, going down to a 2-jammer rotation when you're down by 70 points is that's pretty tough. Speaking of a 2-jammer rotation, we're back to Cacciatore Crusher coming back out up against Death Valley. And Death Valley is through, is your lead jammer. Cacciatore Crusher had been forced out, but it was a no pass, no penalty. Decided not to reset since wasn't going to get lead jam anyways. And we have an official review being called by Queen City after that 0-0 jam.
Death Valley with 43 points in this game. In the entire game? 20 in the period.
All right, there's a wave going around.
The only wave you're going to get here in Colorado.
I tried to keep the wave going, but, you know, the skaters didn't pick it up. It's really all the skaters' fault.
You're killing us over here. Second round of the games, or the second wave of the games, out of 6 today. Next up on this pink track will have the attack pack versus Des Moines. 2 veteran JRDA open division teams. Attack pack versus Des Moines.
All right, next up on this track will be the... Oh, hold on. I'm looking at the wrong division. All right. Next up is going to be the attack pack against Des Moines as we return to open division action. All right, Queen City was asking for an official review on the Kalamazoo jammer. The referees determined that the blocker that forced out that jammer had not backed up enough to trigger the track cut. All right, interesting. We've got Death Valley and Spazmanian She-Devil as your jammers. Death Valley is your lead jammer. Spaz getting recycled. Interestingly, the Queen City Junior Roller Girls are using Cacciatore Crusher, one of their 3 jammers as a blocker this time around. And Cacciatore Crusher will be staying on the track, transitioning the jammer, going up against Princess Leia out for Kalamazoo. And 3-3 in the pack. Cacciatore Crusher, little toe-stop dancing, but gets recycled. Forearm penalty on a Queen City blocker. Princess Leia out is your lead jammer. Nope, wait, we've got 2 lead jammers. Oh boy. Yes, we had 2 leads called. So yeah, that got whistled dead, and we'll have a little bit of a zebra herd. And there's the official timeout that I was expecting. All right, looks like we have Bacon Bones for Kalamazoo, and I believe Spazmanian She-Devil. That is Spazmanian She-Devil. Bacon, your lead jammer. Bacon cracking through that pack like it was an omelet. And Bacon back in. There's the call off. Just in time. Oh, nope. 1 point scored. Oh, nope, 2 points scored now for Queen City. So Spazmanian She-Devil was able to sneak in and grab those 2. 182-96 is your score right now. About 17 and a half minutes left to go. Cacciatore Crusher up against Jawbreaker Josie. Jawbreaker Josie, your lead jammer. And that 3-2 pack advantage working in Kalamazoo's favor. They snag 4 points, and there's the call-off. Jawbreaker Josie 70 the 186 points for Kalamazoo. And next up, Death Valley against Spazmanian She-Devil. Kalamazoo running sort of a 3.5 jammer rotation with Death Valley, Bacon Bones, Jawbreaker Josie bringing the sort of the primary trio and getting some additional work from Princess Leia out as sort of a change of pace jammer to give the others a breather. And meanwhile, Queen City, though, relying mostly on 2 jammers, but now they are putting out Shush Queen for the first time as a jammer. Shush Queen is primarily used as a pivot so far. But at this point, with Pippi Longstomping in deep penalty trouble, Queen City just needs to give the jammers a rest. Oh, and Princess Leia out first, but picks up a track cut in doing so. All right, here comes the offense. Trying to break Shush Queen through. Oh, Princess Leia out. Waved back onto the track. Oh. And that's a high block call on Catatomic. Princess Leia out has drawn a lot of high block calls. And there's lead jammer now. Princess Leia out after about 50 seconds. Shush Queen still working through, getting a bit of offensive help. Speaking of offensive help, Harmon Slammer opened a big wide hole on the outside for Princess Leia out. Harmon Slammer once again. That seal on the outside was so good that it deserved a mackerel. And Harmon Slammer once again sealing off the outside, but picks up a back block in the process. So Princess Leia out, picked up 11 points, but all 11 points were really courtesy of some amazing offensive blocking, courtesy of Harmon Slammer.
I wish they would standardize the vertical pass. I've seen this, I've seen this, I've seen this, I've seen this. It was called for. So
We've got a bit of an official timeout. There's a skater, I believe, who was winded on that. Which, you know, both of these teams have been playing just hard roller derby. They're giving everything they've got. We are thankful to have a really good medical staff. If anybody out there on the Twitch stream has any questions, I'd be happy to answer them as I can.
When we come out of this, they want to use a timeout for
So I've just been informed that this official timeout will be followed by a team timeout from Queen City. 14:08 left in this game.
And that is by rule. We don't want to rush anything. And the medics are occupied. We need to have one actually paying attention to the game.
200 to 97 is the score in favor of Kalamazoo over Queen City. Part of this official timeout is due to the medical staff are checking out that skater. So without any medical staff to currently watch the game, it would be unsafe to play. So we will have a little bit of a break here.
This period, Killer Bees up 102 to 47 for the 3-7 score at halftime. That's
All right. Question of when did Los Anarchists play? They will be playing 3 p.m. Mountain Time on the yellow track up against Pile of Bones out of Regina, Saskatchewan. So that'll be 2 p.m. Pacific Time or 5 Eastern. Also at that 3 p.m. Mountain time slot will be Seattle Derby Brats against the Rose City Rosebuds. That will be on this track, the pink track. Next up, we're going to have the Attack Pack against Des Moines on this track. And so that's the 4 and 5 teams. And then on the yellow track, we'll have Tampa Bay against Mob City. That's the 3 seed versus the 6 seed over on the yellow track. So those are the the Attack Pack Des Moines bout and the Tampa Bay Mob City bout will be 1 p.m. Mountain. The Seattle Rose, Los Angeles Regina, Pile of Bones will be at 3 p.m. Mountain. At 5 p.m., we will see the Cherry Bomb Brawlers, who won the first game in the Open Division, 145 to 144, take on number 1 ranked Diamond City. And I don't know who won between Capital City and Sioux Falls, but they will play Philly Roller Derby also at 5 p.m., Philly being the 2 seed. And we are back to the action now. Bacon Bones and Cacciatore Crusher. And there we go. Bacon Bones is your lead jammer. Cacciatore Crusher 2 to beat. Nice little maneuver on the outside. 4-2 pack advantage right now for Queen City. Bacon Bones pushing in, calls that, picks up 3. Cacciatore Crusher not able to grab any points on that. So that long break there with the timeouts gives Queen City a chance to really rest their jammers, which at this point they really, really need. And we are back to having Spazmanian She-Devil on the track for Queen City as a jammer up against 922 Jawbreaker Josie. Jawbreaker through is your lead jammer. Oh. Panic at the Derby. Stuffs that apex jump, but picks up a penalty for it. So 4-3 pack advantage going to Kalamazoo to start this jam. And that is Death Valley and Cacciatore Crusher on the jam line. Death Valley getting some offensive help from Chaotic. And Death Valley now your lead jammer. Forearm penalty against Ginger Snap. Cacciatore Crusher through on the initial. There's the call off. 4 points for Death Valley. And once again, Spazmanian She-Devil out on the line for Queen City up against Princess Leia out. And Spazmanian She-Devil is your lead jammer. That was a nice maneuver. And Phobia and Company looking to stop Princess Leia out. Princess Leia out gets forced out and recycled. Spaz skating around that depleted Kalamazoo defense. Princess Leia out dancing on the inside. He's about to pick up a track cut and then decided to skate back. Oh, and we now have a power jam for Spazmanian She-Devil. Still that pack advantage for Queen City. Oh, Spaz with a beautiful move. Was leading sort of inside middle and then just slipped right to the outside. All right, Queen City's coaches call for a timeout. Princess Leia out, standing in the penalty box. 22 points there for Queen City, bringing them over the century mark. 215 to 119 is now your score. 9:23 left in this bout. And Cacciatore Crusher will be taking the power start.
It is easier on the actual hands as we try to pace ourselves. Sugar Smash leaving the track.
And Kalamazoo losing number 66, Sugar Smash. All right. Cacciatore Crusher taking that power start. And Princess Leia out, comes out of the penalty box, grabs that lead jammer. Connor with a nice offense. Cacciatore Crusher gets knocked down, gets right back up, hits the front of the pack. Connor and Chewbacca, though, not wanting to allow Cacciatore Crusher to move out. One to beat, though. Princess Leia now stuck at the back of the pack. And there's the call off. And we have an official review. I believe that was Kalamazoo's official review. That is. We will find out in a minute or two what they were asking about. All right. If you are interested in the season combo pass for the playoffs, the code for that is WFTDA Roby Doby. So WFTDA, capital R OBY, capital D OBY. That'll save you $20% on that season combo pass.
So we've unofficially adopted her as our mascot for this year.
So is Lava Boy playing open division? Shark Girl, Lava Boy?
Not Shark Girl Lava Boy.
More on that in a moment. But,
Kalamazoo user official UCA. No, I thought I had to. I've been feeling like I was going to throw. Oh, okay.
Yes. All right, so Kalamazoo is looking for a forearm call on a blocker. The officials determined that the Kalamazoo jammer had initiated that conflict, so that was not a forearm penalty on the Queen City blocker because they did not initiate the contact.
Unofficially, officially, they're both my Shark Girls, even though we don't have sharks.
Alright, thank you for that education. We appreciate that so very much. Looks like we're gonna have an official huddle, middle of the pack.
So the Zebras are hurting up. And I'm assuming once they're done, we will be back in the action.
hold on. Alex, if you have whistles. That's what he went out there with.
And we're back in action, both packs to full strength.
Penalty box is empty. Spasmanian She-Devil up against Bacon Bones. Spaz working in front of that pack. Bacon had one to beat, but that defense reforms. Spaz spinning like that namesake Tasmanian Devil, but there we go. Bacon Bones escapes to the outside, is your lead jammer. Oh, Spaz with some nice footwork though. Through on the initial. Oh, Bacon, yep. Going airborne a bit. There's the call off. No. Bacon Bones did not stick that landing on that apex jump. Gets called for the track cut. This will be a 2-minute jam. Currently a power jam for Queen City. Long drawback. Queen City needs to stop the backward skate. Oh, huge shoulder there by Mexican Takeout. Not only did she talk the talk, she guacked the guac on that hit. Oof. And we have a star pass now. First star pass we've seen in a long time. Oh, Mexican Takeout. Once again, that shoulder and then the recycle. Great play there by Mexican Takeout. Betty the Whip White, now your jammer of record for Queen City. Pack shedding blockers. There's the end of that jam, reached its natural conclusion. And that was 2 minutes of work for a 4-2 jam.
She was already leaving.
All right, this jam has started. A little bit of a hesitation there. Oh, we've got Connor jamming for the first time for Kalamazoo. Cacciatore Crusher. Cacciatore Crusher hits that pack. Runs into the shoulder of either Chaotic or Death Valley. I can't quite read the number. Hey, Connor through, picks up 4. Lane of Danger and company hold Cacciatore Crusher to only 3 points on that. So that was a 4-3 point advantage for Kalamazoo despite not having a lead. And that is a timeout from Queen City. With 4:24 left, your score is 234 Kalamazoo, 124 Queen City.
Next game is our one division game here on the pink track, the attack pack versus Des Moines. And next track, yellow track, next game, Tampa versus Moxie.
All right, stick around. In 25 minutes, we will have more open division derby action.
Next wave of games, Seattle versus Rose City on the pink track. And Rose against Mount Rose and the Dallas Central. The great Bravo triangle on the yellow track.
All right. That was... And we have an official timeout. Next up, we should have Death Valley and Spazmanian She-Devil as your jammers.
Winner of this game is Santa Cruz at 7 local time. Runner-up will continue play tomorrow and on until we just get a possible finish of 5th place. We'll continue skating until all slots are filled. So nobody's weekend is over yet. Lots of derbies still to be played with all 20 teams.
And here we go. Back to the action.
All right. We're going to start the race.
Death Valley bounces to the inside off of a hit. Takes that momentum. Grabs lead jammer. Layla Whoopsie and company working to control Spazmanian She-Devil. Spaz breaks out though. And there's the call-off. 4 points for Kalamazoo. All right, we got Cacciatore Crusher jamming for Queen City. And that looks to be Jawbreaker Josie for Kalamazoo. Phobia and company working that back of the pack against Jawbreaker Josie. Oh, that is not. That was 112. Harmon Slammer, your jammer of record. Oh, picking up 2 penalties, one of which was an insubordination. So that'll be a minute in the penalty box. And Cacciatore Crusher is through, is lead jammer after 43 seconds of hard-fought defense from the Killer Bees. Princess Leia out with the long drawback. And there we go. Cacciatore Crusher through on that first scoring pass. Takes a huge hit there from Pinkarocious. And Cacciatore Crusher calls it, but not before Harmon Slammer escapes the penalty box. And Queen City using their final timeout with 1:55 left in this bout.
More points than that as far as pacing for the score in the second half. So a visual check of it right now. Following Derby, the point is, has been played all 58 minutes and 5 seconds so far.
So this could be the final jam, depending on how things break down. It's going to be Spazmanian She-Devil jamming for Queen City. I'm not quite sure. Oh, that.
Which means that apparently it came into question at some point in your life.
So the Kalamazoo jammer is standing in the penalty box. That looks like Mexican Takeout, who is definitely not Harmon Slammer. Harmon Slammer may have fouled out. Because Harmon Slammer was the jammer last jam for Kalamazoo and was in the penalty box. There we go. Spazmanian She-Devil is your lead jammer. Mexican Takeout, though, out of the box and just flying around the track. Both jammers now entering the pack on scoring passes. Mexican Takeout using that shoulder that was so effective on defense to power through on offense. Mexican Takeout back in the pack on a second scoring pass. Spazmanian She-Devil still working on that first scoring pass. Connor, Bacon, Bones and company slowing down Spaz. Line of Danger picks up an illegal contact penalty. Oh. And there is a call off from the officials. So 11 points there scored by Mexican Takeout. 3 for Spazmanian She-Devil. 134 to 249 is your score. There's 25 32 seconds left. This will most likely be the final jam. And this looks like Death Valley and that'll be Cacciatore Crusher. That looks like a 4-1 pack advantage for Queen City. So that's kind of a bonus for them. Only one to beat. Cacciatore Crusher gets through. So Cacciatore Crusher and Queen City has control of the pace of the game for this final. Oh, wow. Jawbreaker Josie playing defense as well as she had been playing Jammer. Doing a great job forcing out and recycling Cacciatore Crusher. Jawbreaker Josie now heading to the penalty box. Both Jammers through for 4. Connor, the only blocker in the pack, as 2 Kalamazoo blockers were entering behind. So that was another 4 points there for Cacciatore Crusher. Oh. And there's the call-off. Your unofficial score, 257-142. The officials still need to make that official. However, I'm guessing that's not going to change the final outcome. Kalamazoo will be going on later tonight to play at 7 o'clock against Santa Cruz. It'll be 7 o'clock Mountain Time on the pink track. And Queen City will be going on tomorrow to play at 9 a.m. And that will be they will be playing whoever loses the Los Anarchists Pile of Bones matchup that will be happening at 3. Will be playing Queen City tomorrow at 9 a.m. All right, there we go. Thank you all so much for watching this bout with me, and hope you had a great time. And stick around. We will have more open action in just about 15 minutes. That'll be Attack Pack in Des Moines on this track. See you soon.